Hello, guys. I feel like I could do my set in like 2 different sets right now. I could be like in my mom's living room, like. Sorry to interrupt you guys from your married with children, mom and dad. What's the deal with children? And then he's like, "What's up, Grandma?" What's the deal with walking? I hate walking. This couch is weird, Grandma. This is crazy. Like, I could just hop between 2 time zones. Like, I'm gonna talk about modern stuff. I'm gonna talk about fucking grandma stuff, you know? 2 different sets right here. Sorry, Grandma, to interrupt you from your window or something. I'm Emma Wilkie.
Hi.
Do you guys ever think that you see fat versions of your friend on the street? I texted my friend the other day that I saw a fat version of her, and the fat person texted me back that I was a shitty friend. It was her. I don't know how many of you guys are from Montreal, but there was an article a while ago about how Cirque du Soleil fired 400 people. And everyone I talked to was like, wow, like, who did they fire? That's a lot. And everything that was going through my mind was stuff like, 400 people? That's a lot of clowns. They're going to be so bad. And all I could picture was 400 unemployed clowns walking around the city. Like their makeup melting. Just sad clowns everywhere. And they probably didn't fire 400 clowns. They probably just fired 20 people that work the safety nets at the bottom of the trapezes. And then 380 clowns died. And they just kept piling up. And like piles of dead clowns. Because they also fired the people who sweep up the dead clowns. You can clap at that joke. It's relevant. I hate this joke. I don't want to be talking about dead clowns up here, but you made me. Sorry. I want to talk about some real stuff. I know you're not all from here, but there's this shit going on in this city about Bill 101, and it's this law in place to protect the French language. And one of the stipulations of this law is that signs outside have to be presented in French 30% bigger than in English. And this doesn't make any sense to me, because it's not like French people stand fucking 30% further away from signs. 30% bigger doesn't make it more legible, okay? It's not like some English person who doesn't speak French is going to see a sign and suddenly understand it because it's bigger than the language he actually speaks. Okay? It doesn't make it more clear. It's not like some Polish guy is going to move to Montreal and be like, oh, I'm only going to learn one of your official languages. It's going to be the first language I see. Oh, French. There you go. I'm only going to learn French. Sorry, English. And he learns French and moves here and starts a Polish restaurant. And it becomes really popular because it serves authentic Polish food. And then he gets arrested because the French police don't know what pierogies are. Turns out they're just inside-out poutine. 30% bigger on the sign. It doesn't make it easier to read. It doesn't make it more clear. It's 30% bigger for one language. That's like yelling at a deaf person while you're signing at them. Hey, I moved here from Vancouver because of the 2 languages. I love the 2 languages existing in one city. Vancouver's a place where people walk around with dogs in their purses and they they order cappuccinos instead of having children. And they only speak one language. And I moved here for this amazing culture. And I love the coexistence of two languages independently from each other. There doesn't have to be this debate, you know? To ignore the fact that we're the only bilingual city in North America is just sad and hateful. And instead we shouldn't be embracing the funny situations that come out of it, you know? I moved in with a French guy last year, and his kids were totally bilingual. And when one of his kids introduced me to his real mom, he said, "Salut maman, voici ma belle-mère." And I literally thought this meant, "Hey, regular mom, this is my pretty mom." So I started thinking French was awesome. You know, this happened all the time. I was coming home on a bus last year from downtown in the dead of winter, and you know, it's the time of the year where everyone's just surviving together. Half of us were French and half of us were English, and you had to jump off a snowbank to get off the bus. But we were all just having a jolly old time on the bus going home. And at about, I don't know, half an hour through the bus ride, the bus stopped, this girl got off the bus. Jostling through everyone, we all heard keys drop to the ground. And the doors closed and the bus kept going. And everyone lost their fucking minds. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, she lost her keys, blah blah blah." Nobody could really understand each other because we all spoke different languages. And one guy picked up the keys and he's like, "Somebody open a window! Somebody open a window!" And nobody could understand him and everyone was still just screaming. Finally, one of the guys at the back of the bus was like, "Yeah!" Opened the window. Phew! Finally, the guy threw the keys epically through the bus, through the open window into a snowbank, right next to the girl who was walking, because they're still going really slow. Half the bus was like, "Yeah!" Half the bus was still losing their minds. And all of a sudden I heard the girl next to him yelling, "Ce sont mes clés!" "Ce sont mes clés!" Which means those are my keys. Those are my keys. And this would never have happened if we all spoke both languages. Right? This girl would never have lost her keys.
Terrible.
The guy would never have been so embarrassed. But I would never have laughed that hard. I will now be reciting my set in French 30% louder. Je suis Emma Wilkie.